This tutorial is about plugins for Bibble 5. Plugins allow you to extend the image editing capability right within Bibble. We'll show you how to find and install plugins, and we'll show you quickly how to use them. Installed plugins will show up here on the Plugins tab, and you can see that there are two plugins that are installed by default when you first run Bibble. Plugins work like any other image adjustment tool, and simply clicking it on and off will turn that plugin on and off, and you can immediately see the effect take place. There are several different places where you can find plugins, and the easiest is at our website, bibblelabs.com. Click on the Plugins link up at the top, and you'll find this directory of plugins that have been published for Bibble 5. You can click through the different categories to see plugins that just do black and white conversion, or contrast or luminance adjustments, or anything you want. Click on a specific plugin and you'll see the details about it, with some details about the plugin author, what the plugin does, and links to go get it. If you click on that link, you'll be taken to the developer's website, and from there there'll be additional information about the plugin and a link to download. Just download it in your browser, and then right-click and say Open, and it'll send that plugin to Bibble to be installed. It'll ask you if you want to install it, and then after succeeding, it'll tell you to restart Bibble for that plugin to take effect. Close Bibble, start it back up, and then if you look on the Plugins tab, you'll find our new plugin installed and ready to use. This plugin that I just installed is called Grad Filter, and it allows you to add a graduated filter on top of your image. So we've got this bright sky up here. Just by turning it on, it makes the sky darker without darkening the beach at the bottom of the image. It's got lots of different options to allow you to see the effect and rotate it so you can get the sky over in the top left, but leave the bottom right normally exposed. I downloaded and installed this free version of the plugin, which allows just a single neutral density filter to be applied. But the Pro version allows you to add colored filters and multiple filters on a single image. Okay, let's take a look at another plugin. We'll go back to our web page and back to our plugin directory and see how many other plugins are available here. You can click through all the different ones, sort by different options to find the plugins you're looking for. You can also go to our support forum to find more plugins. If you go to our forums and then scroll down to the third-party plugin section, you can find where the developers are posting test versions and new plugins all the time. We'll go down here to this one called the Blur plugin. In this post, you can see the developers made these different versions available, and I'll just click to download the plugin, hit OK, and Bibble takes it, and with a single click, you'll download it and install it. After successfully installing, it'll say Close Bibble, and then reopen. And our new plugin is right there, called Z-Blur. This plugin adds the ability to blur all or some of your image. Blurring the whole image isn't all that interesting, but it's got this interesting vignette feature, which allows the center of the image to stay sharp while just blurring the outside edges. Click on the proof button here, and you can see what part of the image is going to stay sharp, and the black area here is what's going to be blurred. So you can quickly toggle on this setting on and off and see how that adjusts your image. The other interesting thing about plugins in Bibble is that they operate with Bibble 5's layers and regions technology. So instead of just doing that round vignette like we did using the feature in the plugin, we can create an arbitrary region of any shape and apply the plugin just to that area. We'll select the center of this image like this and do a nice soft feather around the outside, so it'll blur the transition from the sharp part of the image into the blurred area. We'll click here to invert the region, so we blur just the outside of the area and not the inside. And you can see how this plugin is being applied to this region to selectively blur out distracting elements in this image. So that's all there is to it. We saw how to find and install plugins, and we showed how to use some of those plugins both standalone and with Bibble's other tools like the selective editing tool. So for a quick recap, you can find plugins either from our main website or from our forums, and usually downloading the plugin will automatically launch Bibble and install the plugin. But if not, you can just download the plugin file, and then open Bibble and go to File, Install Plugins, and then select the plugin that you downloaded to install or update the plugin manually.